It's all.
Have me.
You're welcome. Uh, so Dom, how are you? How's quarantine going?
It's all right. I'm trying to find my way to figure out ways to work out every single day just to get better, stay in shape, do everything I can at this point in time. Other than that, it's pretty normal.
Okay. Um, so Dom, before we get into business and everything and talk about your recruitment, you committed to Oklahoma State and a bunch of other stuff. So, like, how's life going right now? What are you doing? I know your senior year you didn't get to play baseball, so how's that affecting you right now? Like, what?
I mean, at first it was really sad, but I mean now, like I said, God has a plan for everything, and I've just really kind of gotten used to it at this point. It is what it is, and I'm ready to take that next step, whether it be professionally or the college level.
Okay, and your name is entered into the 2020 MLB draft, and that's
Yes,
correct.
sir. Yes, sir.
If you are drafted to any team, does it matter what team you go to, or is this it's just you
No,
just don't get?
the only thing that really matters is how much the signing bonus is.
Okay, I respect that. I understand that. And so you've been committed to Oklahoma State for a long time. I think since what, the eighth grade,
No, my freshman year.
your freshman year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why did you choose Oklahoma State out of all the schools that were recruiting you?
Just because it's home. I mean, my dad went to Oklahoma State, played football there, and I've known the Holidays for a while. I met him when I was younger, and just everything about Oklahoma State seemed right at the time. And I mean, it's only gotten better since then.
You plan to win a few Big 12 tournaments when you at O State?
Every single one of them.
Every single. I got a question about the rankings on BPR, on PBR and stuff like that. They have you ranked top 500 nationally, and they number 7 overall in the state of Oklahoma. How does that? What does that make? How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's always a blessing. I mean, it feels really good just to be in that point. But I know that rankings don't define me as a player.
Okay. Do you think some of those rankings are? I know I had Melvin on last week. He said those rankings are kind of like rigged and stuff. You think those rankings are rigged or any type of what?
I mean, I feel like everything, all those sites are political, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because if you can play, you can play.
I respect that. So, when is the draft? Because I'm not
Well,
familiar with.
there was news that just came out, and it's either going to be from anywhere from June 10th and July 20th, anywhere between there.
So they're not going to held the draft because of quarantine. So it's going to be on TV.
Yeah, it'll probably be televised. I don't really think anyone's going to go to New York and go to the draft anymore.
Okay, that's pretty. So, from high school's perspective, I saw rankings on PBR. You guys are ranked number 3 coming into this year. After y'all won it this year, how does that make you feel? Because I think the top dog should be on top and coming into the season.
I mean, it was kind of new to us. We were really excited just to see that because we hadn't really been in that position before, and we weren't really expecting it at all. But I mean, it was a confidence booster for sure, and we were playing really well. So it just sucked that the season had to end this way.
Yeah, I have a question about you transitioning schools because at the beginning of high school you started at Bishop McGuinness, and you played football for Bishop McGuinness and baseball, and then you came to Santa Fe and played football for them for a year. How was that transition?
I mean, it was actually really easy because I went to Summit Middle School in 8th grade, then I went to McGuinness, and so I already knew all my friends at Santa Fe. And I mean, baseball is baseball, so it was just really easy, and the seniors really helped me out in the transition. And both, like especially when I came from Summit to the private school and then went back to Santa Fe.
Okay. And I know you love baseball, and you stopped playing football to focus on your dreams of going to MLB. Do you still wish you played football this year or no? Or
Yeah, I actually talk about this a lot with my friends, and I mean, looking back on it, if I knew this Corona stuff it was gonna happen, the quarantine and everything, I probably would have played just to enjoy that.
I mean, I watched you play a few times. You pretty. I mean, you fast, so I thought you would keep playing football.
Yeah, I was all right. I mean, it was kind of in my blood. You know, my uncles and my father played, so.
Yeah. But anyways, I know we're not talking about football. But what do you love about baseball so much that makes you want to go to the pros?
I mean, it's really hard to pinpoint one thing per se, but I mean, I like the grind of it because the grind is much more mental than physical compared to football and other sports. And I mean, it's really it's a strategy game. So a lot of people that don't really know baseball, when they watch baseball, they think it's boring. But there's a lot of strategy behind it. And I've been playing baseball for so long that I understand that. And it makes me enjoy it and love it more.
How long have you been playing baseball?
Since I was 4.
4? Is that your first sport?
That or basketball, one or the other.
Okay, okay. You didn't want us to keep hooping? I mean, yeah, I mean that's the thing now. Everybody wants to hoop.
That was my thing. I wasn't really a hooper. I mean, I played. It was cool, but I wasn't
Yeah,
that
I
great
got
at
you.
it.
I got. I saw you on Twitter earlier today. I know this is kind of off topic and everything, but like it's been a thing, and kids have been talking about it. So this at the student section bracket, and I saw you come to that Edmond Memorial and Broken Arrows talking about you want the smoke. Um. So
I mean, I just felt that we kind of got cheated because we beat Broken Arrow twice, and then they went up again. And then Memorial and BA ended up in the championship, and BA was blowing them out. So I'd rather see Twitter beef than a blowout.
back on for my opinion on it, but like both y'all student sections is lit and everything. So I don't know how to you. I don't know how to. I'm not gonna touch that subject. I live in Edmond, so I'm gonna leave that alone. So when baseball's over, what's your plans and everything about like how you?
Well, I'm going to major in finance next year, minor in marketing at Oklahoma State, the Spirit School of Business, and I want to be like an investment manager, manage funds, things like that.
Okay, and I know you can get drafted out of high school and stuff like that. How many years do you have to stay in college?
I'm
To go
older.
for,
I'm older for my grade, so I'll be sophomore eligible, which means I'm pretty much. You have to be 21 before the draft in college to go, and I'll be 21 my sophomore year.
okay, and not saying that's gonna happen because God has His plan. I feel like you're gonna get drafted. I've seen you play baseball. You're really good.
Thank you.
But if that plan doesn't happen to where you don't get drafted, are you gonna stay in college or continue and finish that out?
Oh, of course, yeah. If everything's not going the way I want to, I mean, obviously, I'm going to pursue the dream of baseball no matter what. Especially if I get a little bit of money out of the draft in like 2 years. But I mean, if not, I'm going to stay and get my degree, my bachelor's, and just go from there. See what God has for me.
Okay. And how's the baseball program at Santa Fe?
It's the best in the state. Coach
Okay.
Phillips, Ryan Phillips is our head coach. Assistants Caleb Teal and Roman Cesar. I mean, if anyone's looking for a home, I think this is the place they need to be.
Okay. And you guys have a lot of talent on your team. You got Caden Brumbaugh,
Yeah.
you
Cooper
and a few other
Jensen.
guys.
Yeah,
And
Cooper
so
Jensen.
what's it like playing with them?
I mean, it's great. It's fun, like especially last year. I mean, we had a whole bunch of dudes last year too. I mean, it's just great to be around other guys that are on the same kind of talent level as you, and you all are going for one mission. So I feel like that's what made us kind of really good last year, is because we were a great team, and we all are very good at what we do. So it was just easy.
And I feel like I've noticed this. All you guys, y'all go to O State a lot. All your whole team's like committed. Is that like is that a Santa Fe thing or
It's.
something?
I mean, I think so, to be honest with you, because
I
I
mean,
know.
everybody.
I mean,
Trace Ford went to O State. A bunch of. I mean, like this is a Santa Fe. I mean,
it's
Calvin
just the
Bundy.
pipeline. It's the pipeline, and Oklahoma State. It's a great place to be, and you can't go wrong there. You can't go wrong.
Now, I have a question. Is the Bishop McGinnis baseball program as good as Santa Fe's? I know it's two different classes. You know?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, they have their ups and downs like every other school, and I mean, I just think Santa Fe was. I mean, it was more convenient for my family, and it was better for me in the long run.
Okay. That's okay. I understand that. And I was wondering about like a bunch of things. Like, so how's this thing gonna work with the quarantine? Because you go to, I don't know how baseball, do y'all leave early like basketball and football do for their sport and
Well,
go?
that's what I had planned on doing if everything went as planned. And I mean, I didn't sign in the draft or whatever. I was going to go to Summer Bridge and enroll in school early. But now, I mean, no one knows what's going to happen because we don't know what the semesters are going to look like for the fall. Because I heard someone say that OU might even cancel their fall semester. So, I mean, if they do, then Oklahoma State might. So we really don't know what's going to happen at this point.
Okay. And I think you guys were predicted to win the Big 12 again this year, right?
Of
Yeah.
course. Us and Texas Tech.
Okay. Texas.
Yeah, they're
That's,
really good.
yeah. So y'all, you won state last year. I heard it was a crazy run that happened when y'all that led up to that. What was it like on that run? Because I heard y'all were the underdogs. I heard going into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So
we were the lowest ranked team going into the state, and our side of the bracket was actually loaded. I mean, we had Owasso, Jinx had Bryce Osmond. I mean, Owasso's always great, and Westmore had everyone. So it was really, I mean, once we got the state bracket, we were all like, dang, we're like, what are we gonna do? But I mean, like I said, like, well, I mean, this is what it is. And our first game, once we played Owasso that night, beat them 2-0. We were telling everyone, we were telling each other like, if we win this game, we're gonna win state because the other side of the bracket wasn't that great. And I mean, we're on the good side. So if we came out of that, we're winning.
Okay. And yeah, I heard. Yeah, I mean, Owasso and all them, they're pretty big schools, so I mean, they would be stacked up against you. And another thing about your baseball, you play on the Canes out of Florida, right?
Yeah, well, the headquarters is actually in Virginia, but yeah, we have kids from everywhere on the team.
Okay. And why didn't you play? What made you play from a team from out of state and not in state?
Well, I've been playing out of state with teams since I was like 11, I think. But I mean, it's just, I mean, everyone has a different path, and I felt like the Canes, and we were the number one team in the nation. It was just good for me because I mean, I got to travel by myself, learn how to be more independent. So come this year for the draft, if I was assigned, I'd learn how to be a man and be able to live by my own, on my own.
Okay. And I saw y'all. I was looking at y'all's Instagram and just studying y'all a little bit. Y'all team is D1 loaded. I'm
Yeah.
pretty surprised. Y'all, everybody's committed somewhere. It isn't like big or small. I mean, everybody's just committed something. I thought it was pretty.
The entire team, I think we ended up having like around throughout the summer, we had like 45 different kids. I mean, everyone but one was committed, and the kid that wasn't was 15. He was a freshman. He was coming to be a rising sophomore. So, yeah, and we had the American team as well, who was just as good as us. I mean, the players of the Canes get, especially for a 17U team, it's insane the type of talent they get every year.
Okay. And I have a question about your recruitment. Out of all the schools that recruit you, what I know you said OSU's home, they win. It's a pipeline through Santa Fe. But there wasn't any other school like in the mix that was like, oh dang, they catch my attention. Oh, their coach, man, I like their coach. I got the connection with their coach.
I mean, Texas, I like Texas a lot, but they were kind of unstable because Augie was on his way out, Augie Garrido. But I mean, other than that, I mean, Texas. When I first started getting recruited, I wanted to go to Rice, but Coach Van Hout's not even there anymore, so that was why I didn't commit there. But yeah, Oklahoma State and Texas were really it.
Oklahoma didn't offer you?
Oklahoma was actually my first offer, but I mean, I don't like Oklahoma at all, so I never really considered it. I mean, if that was my only one, I definitely would have considered it, but it was always somewhere else.
I know you said earlier about getting drafted that it didn't matter, you didn't care where you went. But I know you have that one favorite MLB team, dream team. Who would it be? If you could get drafted to them, who would it be?
I mean, the team I want, my favorite team is the Colorado Rockies, but if I could get picked by one team, it'd probably be the Kansas City Royals.
Okay. The Kansas City. I mean, they won a couple years ago. I got that.
It's not the smallest market of teams. Like they pay their players. I mean, it's a gentleman's organization. I mean, all the organizations are great, but I mean, I just feel like I have the most connection throughout, like all the people I've talked to within the organization to the Kansas City Royals.
Okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. This is my last question for you, Dominic. I'm a Dodgers fan. Okay. Hey, we got a good team this year. Even though if the season happened, we're predicted to win the World Series. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
But who do you got win the World Series this year?
Oh, I mean, you can never go wrong with the Dodgers. I mean, my team's not going to really do anything. But I mean, the Dodgers are always great. I mean, the Yankees, Cervino, he's having TJ, but I mean, the Yankees are always up there. But you never know. Like I said, the Nationals last year came out of nowhere, so you never really know. But I mean, if I was going to place a bet in Vegas, I'd probably take the Dodgers as well.
I lied. This is my last question. What do you think about the Houston Astros and the situation there?
I mean, I thought honestly, it sucks, but I mean, it was pretty clever. Like they figured out a way to do it. And I feel like they kept it for a secret for so long, and without Mike Fiers, no one would have known. But it sucks being a baseball player and knowing that things like that can happen. Like I said, I mean, hey, I've been cheated in the game before, and I mean, we didn't catch them. So, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not fair though.
Oh, okay. Well, Dominic, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. So, next week we'll be having. Oh, never mind. Wait about next week, you guys. my upper chain of command told me I can do every Tuesday and Thursday. So I'll be doing every Tuesday and Thursday on live. And I'll have a special guest from Oklahoma City or the metro area on. Next week, I'll be having Edmond Memorial point guard Sean Padula on. And I hope you guys tune in. I hope you enjoyed the show.